There's two schools of thought when it comes to Among Us. It's a game of strategy and timing, or it's a game of sheer dumb luck. Yeah, you can use strategy in the game, but a lot of your plotting just gets thrown out the window when you're in the med bay, and suddenly the imposter comes in and just slaughters you without notice. But we're not here to just talk about our unluckiest moments, no sir. Today we're chatting about some of the most unluckiest moments in Among Us from all around the web. So before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, or else you'll definitely be on the receiving end of some of those unlucky moments. Not a risk worth taking. Spoke too soon. Do you believe in superstition? Well, Ludwig might, because he spoke too soon. Ludwig had a master plan. He thought he could hide out and spam vitals the entire time, which meant that it'd be impossible for him to be killed. Hell, he even mentioned that there was no way he would die, but then, well, just watch.
Someone's on cam, so it's impossible for me to die here, so I can sit here and just spam vitals.
How unlucky is that? He literally proclaimed that he wouldn't die, and out of nowhere, someone just pops in and offs him. Honestly, this is why. This right here is why you should never be too overconfident, because it could come back to bite you and make you look like an idiot. No bystanders. This is a moment that's 300 IQ for the imposter and 0 IQ for the crewmate. Just take a look. The imposter finds the perfect prey in electrical, but notices that Black is hiding in the shadows. No worries, Black probably left, right? Wrong. Black comes out of the shadow and the imposter panics and calls in an emergency meeting to turn the tables. Just watch what happens. Black's silent the entire time, realizing there's no way he can get out of this one because imposter's the one who called the meeting. Immediately, everyone starts voting for Black, and the imposter is probably busy with evil laughs. Black then gets ejected, and bam, the imposters win. Honestly, the outcome probably would have changed if Black spoke up, but man, that was really unlucky on Black's part to come out as soon as the kill happened. Soulja Boy didn't tell him. One of the biggest goofs you can do in Among Us is accidentally revealing you're the imposter. It's happened to all of us. Maybe we accidentally got into an event with a room full of people, or we accidentally let it slip in the group chat. It actually happens. A moment like that happened to a rapper turned streamer Soulja Boy, who forgot to mute his mic.
Oh shit, I ain't muted. I'm not muted. I'm not.
Parading around the map, Soulja Boy accidentally revealed he was the imposter by asking the Twitch chat who he should kill.
Yo, chat, who should I kill next?
Of course, the moment he said that, an emergency meeting began and everyone decided to vote him out. It's unlucky on his part, but come on, man. At least it's something he'll learn from. Don't forget to mute your mics, people. You can never be too careful. So this moment is for you trigger-happy imposters out there who think that just because you can't see anyone else, no one can see you. Stupid. Here we have an unsuspecting crewmate going into communications and surrounded by tons of other crewmates. No issue there. After all, the more people there are, the less chance of someone's going to die. So our crewmate goes ahead and does his task, and naturally, people begin to leave the room. But then Purple walks in and just stands there. After a moment of tension, the pink crewmate just accepts his fate.
Please, no!
Purple kills him without surveying the area and thinks he's scot-free, but then a crewmate just shows up. We don't know if this crewmate was watching Purple or not, but it's pretty unlucky for the imposter, don't you think? It just goes to show, always double check before you go in for the kill. To report or not to report? U.S. Congresswoman Alexandria OcasioCortez broke records in November when she decided to stream Among Us to help get folks to the polls. She's not much of a gamer, and while Among Us is a pretty simple game to play, there is a learning curve. So when it came time for AOC to be an imposter, she was overwhelmed and totally confused, but she still went for the kill. Kudos to her. Now here's the funny part. After the kill, AOC tried to go hide in a vent.
How do I get in there?
But she accidentally ended up launching an emergency meeting, pretty much putting her right in the spotlight. In the end, she managed to get off scot-free, but you can imagine how insane it would have been if they would have caught AOC bluffing. US politics would have been in turmoil. Venting. So this one's pretty much the opposite of the AOC vent fiasco. This time, streamer Trainwreck wanted to sabotage the map, but accidentally ended up clicking on a vent as soon as the button changed. Sure, it's a common mistake, but the unlucky part is that he did it with tons of people around. Who just started roasting him for his dumb mistake. The best part is that Trainwreck just sat there in utter silence and disbelief. Honestly, we feel for him. It's a common mistake and one you should definitely learn from. Pay attention to your surroundings. It's a matter of life and ejected. Med Bay Blues. Okay, so everyone knows that one of the worst ways to die in Among Us is when you're getting scanned in the medbay. I mean, it's happened to me every other game. At any moment, an imposter could come and off you. It's just the worst. But how funny is it when the imposter gets caught in the act? Just take a look at this clown. Who hops into the vent and thinks he's slick that no one sees him when he pops out into the medbay. Naturally, he goes in for the kill, even without surveying the area. As soon as imposter kills orange, yellow just pops in, ready to hit that emergency meeting with some receipts. And seconds later, our imposter is tossed out the ship, leaving the game. Being an imposter isn't as easy as people think it is. Yes, it's a lot of luck, but also patience. I mean, I've had rounds where I'm waiting minutes to find an unsuspecting crewmate so I could kill him. This player had a very similar experience, going all around the map trying to find someone to kill. Every time they were met with a potential victim, bam, someone else shows up, which stops them from committing the crime. They even checked out the cams as well to make sure no one's around, but they kept getting thwarted. Until an opportunity presented itself. The coast is clear, they've finally found someone to off. They're a second away from pressing the kill button, and boom, they leave the game. So close. So desperately close to coming to a kill. And the player just fades away into oblivion. I mean, how unlucky is that? Don't reveal yourself. Anita is one of the world's most popular streamers and is known for having Tourette's. She'll sometimes get tics and blurt out random things, and it's something she's always been authentic about. Well, during a round of Among Us with her buddies, she accidentally blurted out that she was the killer.
Wait, what? Oh my God!
Her fellow players were confused, but she quickly reminded everyone that she had Tourette's, only to tell everyone that she would kill him. We can't really blame her for this, but it's such an unlucky situation to be in, as Among Us is the worst possible game to say something you shouldn't mean. Oh well, Anita took it like a champ. Speaking at the right time. Okay, remember our first fail, where Ludwig's strategy saw him spamming vitals and saying that he wouldn't be killed, only to die moments later? Well, we're here to redeem him with our final unlucky moment.
Hey, look, you're not the imposter, right?
No.
Except he's not on the receiving end of it. Pretty much the game's nearing its end, and one of Ludwig's buddies asks him if he's the imposter. Ludwig says no and quickly kills his buddy, revealing he is the imposter, and then he just won the game. Sure, it's a hilarious and victorious moment for Ludwig, but you can imagine how it must have felt to be on the receiving end of that death, especially after Ludwig said he wasn't the imposter. Brutal stuff, but kudos to Ludwig for finally redeeming himself, speaking at the right time. Well, we hope you liked that video showing off some of the funniest, unluckiest moments in Among Us. We're curious to know what was your unluckiest moment in Among Us. Be as descriptive as possible in the comments. We really want to know how your games went. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification button if you liked the video. It really helps us out. We'll see you next time on Game Planet.